I stretched 3 hours a day for 30 days. And I can imagine you sitting there like...
Why?
I was never very flexible and I wanted to change that, to increase my flexibility and to achieve the side split someday. Oh, you actually mean why I stretch for 3 hours a day? Well, this was my first day of stretching. And I'm not even kidding. It's really as deep as I could get. Before I started this challenge, I did a big research on studies, some information about the best exercises and some good tips for learning the side split. I also tried to boost my confidence by watching other people doing a 30-day flexibility challenge.
That's the result from stretching day one. That's how far I can go, which is shameful, to be honest with you.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I've never really been that flexible.
Emotional damage.
Comparing myself to their natural flexibility, I felt really bad. They stretched around 20 to 30 minutes a day. So I thought, I have to do more. Watching some other videos about Shaolin stretching, I got encouraged to dedicate more time and effort into this challenge.
There you go.
Oh, that looks terrible. I'm in. I know, stretching for 3 hours a day sounds a lot. I correct myself, it is a lot. And maybe some of you consider it a waste of time. But on the other
Are you stupid or something?
But on the other side, if I wouldn't have started this challenge, I had probably wasted my time anyway, in another way like watching Netflix. My stretching routine included a warm-up of 30 minutes. I did some rope skipping, which is getting your heart rate up and increasing your blood flow in your whole body. Leg swing is also a great exercise for warming up your hips, so I did front to back and side to side. I added some 90-90 hip stretches, going actively in the position. This is a great way to relax the tissues around the hip joint. The main part of my stretching had several exercises. Even though my goal was to achieve the side split, I stretched all the muscles surrounding my hip bone.
What the dog doing?
But I had 4 exercises I did the most. It was the butterfly stretch, the frog pose, stretching your hamstrings in the side split position, and the side split position itself. I stayed in every position for 1 to 10 minutes. Yeah, the studies recommended 30 to 60 seconds, and they claim that stretching for 8 minutes a day is enough to increase your flexibility as well.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
In general, there are 4 different techniques of stretching. First, the ballistic stretching. This is a fast movement where you bounce in and out of your end position. The dynamic stretching is similar, but a slower and more controlled movement through your whole range of motion. Then you have the static stretching, where you go into the stretching position as far as possible and hold it for a specific amount of time. But the technique with the best results for increasing the range of motion was taken from the PNF concept, which is usually used in the rehabilitation of neurological patients, but also other patients and even athletes. Many call it PNF stretching. In simple words, hold this muscle contraction for 5 to 10 seconds to make the muscle tired and relax them afterwards. This makes it easier to go deeper into your stretch. If you are interested in the physiology of stretching, I can show you how the muscle tissues...
Objection, relevance.
Right, nobody cares. But many athletic patients ask me, and maybe you already ask yourself, whether it's better to stretch before or after your workout. Then I can tell you, yes, both is right. But the dynamic stretching is a great idea before you start your training session. This type of stretching is increasing your blood flow and activates your muscles for action by increasing the tension. On the other side are the static stretches and the PNF stretching techniques, which are decreasing your muscle tension. And nobody wants a floppy muscle in the middle of the workout. But these stretches are decreasing inflammation in your body and relieving post-exercise pain. So, for the purpose of regeneration, you should do static stretches after your training session. Summing up, dynamic stretching before and static stretching after your workout. Let's get back to the challenge. As the days went by, I stretched in many different places, like on a day trip in Stockholm, at work, and even at my barber. I realized that stretching every day wasn't a good idea, because I had no time for recovery in between the days. I felt the kind of soreness in my hip joints and the tendons almost all the time. Therefore, I did everything I could to make my body regenerate faster. I tried to sleep for 8 to 9 hours a day, because the sleep is the most important part of recovery. The adult body is made up of 50% water, and our muscles are even made up of 80% water. Well, I think I don't have to explain to you how important it is to drink enough water for a better performance and recovery. To optimize your recovery, I can recommend to do cold exposure after your training session, like ice baths, cold showers, or going into a cold river.
Hi guys, what's up? 7 minutes. Let's do 20.
Luckily, I have a personal physical therapist at home, so I got some treatments as well. Additionally, I used massage gun percussion therapy. But have you ever wondered what's happening inside of your muscle tissues while using it? Yeah, something like that. But really, it helps to increase the blood flow to the application area and boosts your recovery. I don't want to keep you in suspense any longer. As the days went by and my challenge came to an end, you can see how far I got in these 30 days. Let's call it a little less shameful. All in all, I can tell you that I absolutely don't recommend you to stretch for 3 hours a day. It only served the purpose of showing you my progress. I will definitely keep stretching, but maybe for a half or 1 hour every second day. That seems like nothing.